Now we're going to be moving, we're on to video 4. We're going to do step 2. And just so you know, we have to know what whole units. Whole units are the completed product, okay? Whole units are the number of units that are in production, whether they're complete or not. I made a mistake about that. And EUP, equivalent units of productions, are the portion of a whole unit that are completed, okay? So I want to say this. When I start production, direct materials is added. 100% of direct materials are added at the beginning. So anything already in group 1, which was my beginning inventory, had direct materials added from last month. The conversion cost, which is direct labor and factory overhead, are added along the way based upon a percent. So keep that in mind. So here we go. We're still on our batch of ice cream. Excuse me. So materials cost only, I had 1,000 gallons, and they were 100% complete because they actually moved on, okay? They're 100% complete to material costs. That's equivalent to 1,000 gallons. But conversion, they're only 40% complete. That's direct labor, factory overhead. So at the end of the month, they're only 40% complete. So really my EUP is 1,400 gallons total. Okay, materials costs are always added when they come into production. Well, that's actually on my next slide, actually. Okay, so you have to keep this in mind that direct materials are added as soon as they start production, but the conversion costs are done at different times during the period. Okay, let's move on to doing step 2. Hey guys, if it sounds like I'm taking this really slow, it's because I really am. I understand how difficult this is. If we were in a face-to-face class, I'd be drawing this on the board over and over till you get it. So here's how you lay out the chart to figure out your EUP. You're going to do it for both direct materials and for conversion costs. So here's my 3 different groups. So group 1, group 2, remember 2 is started and completed. My group 3, whole units, and the percent of materials added in July, because we're only talking for the month of July. So for direct materials, my beginning inventory is 5,000 gallons. 0% is added in July of direct materials because they were already added last month. So as I multiply this across, I'm going to get 0 EUP for direct materials. We'll do the same exact thing for conversion. We already determined group 2 is 57,000. So these started in July and they finished. So 100% of direct materials were actually added in July. So I'm going to move that number over. And then what's left in inventory, what's still in that WIP account, was 3,000 units, always 100% for direct materials only. Multiply that across. And my equivalent units for only direct materials are 60,000 units. So you want to keep this little chart for direct materials purpose always exactly the same. Always group 1 will be 0%, always group 2, and always group 3 will be 100% for direct materials only. Because we'll do the same thing for conversion costs. So here's another little slide. This is just a visual for you. Here's my group 1. Here's my group 2, here's my group 3. Now this is for direct materials only. We're going to do the same thing on the next video for conversion cost.